Alright, so back in Skyrim when you can first do this money glitches that you can always go through the back of the white run and jump over the wall and kind of break the game. But in the Skyrim PSVR, you can't do the same. As you can see here, it's invisible, and usually you'd be able to crawl under it and get to the chest. But I tried different ways, different angles, different aspects of trying to get through here, and all it's led me is to this invisible wall where I can still see the chest, but I can't get past this invisible wall. So I tried every method, I saved, I went through all these different alternative outcomes just to get there, and I still couldn't figure it out. It was just that even if the walls were invisible, I was still not able to get under there. Where I thought of a theory where if I was to stand up and sync myself up and then crouch down to go through the wall, I'd be able to see the chest. Now I know it's too far for me to reach, so I thought I'd just let my controller down and let it stray off to where it will give me the indication where I can, and then I would just try to sync myself up, adjust the camera, adjust my headset, where at this point where my headset's in my hand instead of my head, and I have it as if I'm 9 feet tall, and then when I go back to normal size and crouch, which was just me just testing this theory out where I'm able to go through the floor. So I tried and tried and tried many times, and then I'm like, I can see the chest. If I can just reach it, I'm sure this trick will work. It took me quite a bit of time, so I was just trying to figure out how to adjust myself. Eventually I just stood up on my couch, synced it up, dipped in, found it, and I'm like, alright, now I just need to reach it. This is the next step. So my controller is not making it there, so I figured if I just drop my controller on the floor a certain angle and just let it just stray, eventually my hand will eventually get close to the chest for me to access to. This took me about 20 minutes alone to try to get this to actually work, see if you can even do it. So I tried different angles. You can see me getting frustrated over it, and I'm like, alright, I got it just finally straight down. I got it on an angle. Now I'm just going to eventually tilt my controller just so I can point at the chest and try to get in there, and there you go. I finally got access to the chest where I have everything that I wanted, so I just snatched all the arrows I want, all the money, and then the equipment that I needed. So I figured, I'm like, if this trick works this way, I can go to other vendors and do the same trick. I just noticed some things are be counted as stealing, so I would say wait to a certain time of the day or night and give it an attempt to try. And as far as I know, this is the only way that works. This also will go with that smith and dagger trick where you can steal the supplies or materials from these chests and eventually start smithing, and you can level up just as fast. This trick is basically the PSVR Skyrim version of what jumping outside the map on the original game. As far as I know, they patched it up, and this is the only way to get to it. And I said, you gotta be patient. Just take your time. I said I experimented, I theorized, I tried, and it seemed this is the only way that'll work. Is if you would stand up or adjust your camera where you're tall enough to trick the camera thinking when you finally sit down, you're actually lower than what you are. Crouch down and just put your camera through the the environment, the scenery, the buildings, whatever, to get the where the chest is. And now the only part is some of the chests are way too far. All you have to do is just let your arm stray enough that will reach it, and then you just gotta push the button as soon as that it tells you that you can grab it. As far as I know, this works for all vendors, works for all chests. Some of them are farther than others, some of them are easily access, but this is basically the Skyrim PSVR equivalent of the old traditional glitch that we all know and love. Thank you for watching. I just noticed this video wasn't around for what I was looking for. I was looking for this particular type of glitch where will it work, and I didn't find any. And this is, to me, this is the first, and I hope this helped other people. While if they're still playing this game in this this year in time,